welcome to today's video. I'm Ria, wedding stationery designer and stylist, and I love sharing top tips to help you have fun while you plan your wedding day. In today's video, I am sharing 4 top tips on how you can unlock your wedding vision. If you're really struggling to narrow down what you want for your wedding day, then stay tuned for the tips. So let's dive into it. So why is it so important to have a wedding vision? So it's so tempting when you start planning your wedding day to get caught up in the excitement, and you just can't wait to organise things and book things. But what a lot of couples do is miss out the part where they actually sit down and really talk about what they both want for the wedding. So I would highly recommend sitting down and having a long chat about all the different things that you want for your day and what you visualise happening. What happens a lot of the time is that because couples don't really sit down and talk about it to start with, then it can start to feel a little bit confusing and overwhelming, and you're not really sure what to decide on because you've not really had a plan from the beginning. You've just kind of like been making it up as you go along. So that's why it's so important to get a vision down so that you've got something to work with from the off. And it also makes sure you're on the same page with your expectations. So I like to think of your wedding vision as a roadmap. So just think of it as it's the journey to the ultimate destination that you want to arrive at. So planning should be a breeze if you really do take some time to think about this first step. Not only will your vision answer so many questions about your style, your colours, your theme, how much money you want to spend, all of those things, it will save you so much time, stress and money because you won't be wasting it deciding on things that really don't matter and that you really don't need. There are lots of ways that you can create a vision to help guide you. So there are mood boards, there are inspiration boards, Pinterest boards, choosing your keywords, lots of ideas on how you can bring your vision together so that it makes it really clear where you're heading. I think that this is a really useful exercise for any couples that feel like they're a little bit confused with it all, they don't know where to start, or maybe you and your partner like totally different things, therefore it makes it hard to narrow down what you want. You may also be struggling to visualise everything together. So by creating a vision, it will really help you in making decisions down the line. And it will make planning so much more enjoyable, which is what it should be. So now you know why you need a vision, let's dive into how you can unlock your vision. The first thing and the most obvious thing is to begin with a plan. So many couples skip this part, and it's really essential for moving on with your planning. But it's so easy to get caught up in all that excitement and the buzz that you miss out actually having a conversation with your partner. So what you need to do is you need to sit down together and you need to chat about what you actually want your wedding day to be like and how you want it to feel. Talk about all the things so that you know that you're on the same page when it comes to what you actually want. A great exercise to try is to visualise in your head what you want your day to be like. You know, what do you want to wake up in the morning and feel like? Who's going to be there at your wedding? What are the kind of things that they're going to say to you? What do you want that atmosphere to be like? You know, have you got music playing? What kind of food are you eating? Have a really good discussion about all the things that you want to include. If you struggle with this exercise, then try flipping it on its head and think about the things that you don't really want at your wedding. Perhaps you cringe at the thought of having speeches. Perhaps you don't want to have a first dance. Your wedding day is what you want it to be. So it's really important to think about the things that you don't want and discuss those just as well as the things that you do want. This can be a real eye-opener. It can really help you dictate what you want your wedding day to go like. So another thing to consider is to learn from other weddings that you've been to. We can learn so much from the weddings that we've already been to. And again, it's the things that you loved and it's the things that you didn't like. So think about all the things that made that day memorable. You know, what is it that you remember most about that day? Was it the food? Was it the entertainment? You know, this is a real indication of things that are important to you. And also, what were the things that you weren't so keen on with the last wedding that you went to? You know, was there a lot of hanging around when they were having photos taken? Was it really long speeches days that we wanted to wrap up sooner. Really take your experience from other people's weddings. It gives you a really strong indication of what you like and what you don't like. It's all about making it your own. So another thing to consider is thinking about the whole planning process. Most of the time when we start wedding planning, we don't realise how much time planning a wedding actually takes. And with all your other commitments in life, work, hobbies, socialising, walking the dog, you really have to think about how much time you have got to invest into planning your whole day. So really it's just being realistic with how much time you have and how much time you want to make to plan the wedding. You may have decided to split the tasks between you, so it's a 50-50 split. You may want to get your family and friends involved, therefore you need to think about how much time they've got to help you with certain elements of the day. You may want to get really creative and make a lot of things for your day, or you may know that you need a professional to help you in certain areas, whether this be with the planning or the styling aspects. It's a great idea to sit and think about this from the start, so then you can start to plan out a better time frame so that you know how much time you're going to need to get everything done. So once you have sat down together and had a chat, once you've gone down memory lane and thought about past experiences at weddings, and once you've had a really good think of how you want the planning process to go, then you need to start gathering your ideas. So I would advise to start collecting some photos. It doesn't matter if it's wedding magazines or Pinterest or blogs, wherever you see pictures that represent how you want your wedding day to feel. I advise selecting 3 key words that will help you to describe your wedding day. So if one of your guests said to you, "Oh, what's the wedding going to be like?" you would be able to sum it up in 3 words because you've already thought about what it's going to be like. Once you've got your photos and your keywords selected, this is when you can put both of them together to make a visual guide, whether that's a mood board or an inspiration board, or it might be a digital board on Pinterest, just somewhere where you can look at it every day. This will be so handy to refer to. You will realise once you get into planning how much this will help you because you will have it to refer to every time a decision needs to be made. So if you're struggling to decide whether you want something or not, then just go back to your vision board. Think to yourself, does this align with what we're trying to achieve? It's so easy to get sidetracked, but once you've got a vision narrowed down, this will really help your planning to be so much easier and more enjoyable, which is what you want. So those are my 4 top tips on how to unlock your wedding vision. I hope this has really helped you get started. If you enjoyed this video, then don't forget to give it a like. And if you want to see more videos from me, then just subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you for watching. See you next time.